Now, for ending E, there was, for me at least, there was multiple ways to actually approach this, and I decided on the way I edited it, the way I wanted it, whatever it is right now, mainly because I don't want another 3 hour long video. You'll get to you'll understand why once I explain a little bit inside the video what's going on and what I need to do to get the ending. But for now, just understand I cut off a lot of the footage because of it. Alright, so after finishing ending D, there's actually a little bit more. Ending E, and some other content. I don't know if I'm actually going to record or not at this point. But regardless, I'm not on my game. Every time. Every time. Every time. Hurts. Hurts. Pains. Still gonna stay as normal difficulty even though I had such an easy time playing normal. I can't. Oh. Wait. 1 second. I can't use the same name as before. Wait, that actually sucks. I can't use the. Okay, well, you know what? MC name it's supposed to be NiER, I believe. Supposedly. But yeah, that's proof of you finishing the game, quote unquote proof. Either way. That sucks. Anyways, so what we're actually gonna be doing, I'm gonna speed run to the point where new content is. But for now, anything you wanna know is the beginning of the game up until a certain point at the very least.
魔物だ。
何しに来た？
助けに来たんだよ。
感動するのは後でよい。
感動なんかするか。
なぜこれほど急に魔物が。
わからない。村の方にも出ているんだ。
助けに行こう。封印されし言葉も見つかるかもしれない。
There we go. It's starting. Oh. I'm at an hour and 28 minutes. That thing still looks disgusting to me. Holy crap. Oh, I can skip it. Actually, I shouldn't be skipping it. What am I saying?
油断するでないぞ。
大丈夫。油断してる余裕なんてないよ。
死ね。
何？今なんて言ったの？
貴様をこらがして蹴っ飛ばしてやるよ。
おい、品がないにも程があろう。急げ、カイネが奮戦しておるぞ。
私があのデカブツを抑えているから、お前は雑魚を頼む。
忌まわしき娘は去れ。お前が魔物を呼んだんだろう。お前は呪われてるんだ。お前がいる限りこの村に平和など来ない。
ひどい言われようだな。
I climbed up here for no reason. I thought this was the bottom half.
お前など人間じゃない。夜な化け物。さっさと出ていけ。
何言ってるんだ。カイネはみんなのために。
うるさい。
カイネ、お待たせ。村のみんなはどうしてあんなひどいこと。
いいんだ、全て事実だからな。
奴が掴んでいるものは何だ。あそこから魔物を排出しておるようだ。
あのタンクから壊そう。
クソ、逃げてばかりだ。
カイネ、僕が追い詰めるからカイネはあっちで待ち伏せして。
分かった、無理はするな。
逃がすでない。追撃するのだ。
これでカイネと挟み撃ちできる。
ここで終わりだ。
我らも行くぞ。もう逃がしはせぬぞ。
カイネがいてくれると心強いよ。
筋は嫌いだ。 共倒れはごめんだぞ。
全力で頑張るよ。
Kidding me, man. That's so annoying.
カイネ、あたしだよ。おばあちゃんだよ。大きくなったね。
カイネ、どうしたの？
久しぶりだね。カイネに会えておばあちゃんは嬉しいよ。
おばあちゃん。
どうだいカイネ、おばあちゃんのとこに来ないかい？誰にも頼れずどこにも属せず、ずっと一人で辛い仕打ちと怒号の中生きてたって仕方ないだろう。ねえカイネ。
それだけか。
Now we know why.
話はそれだけか。
何言ってるんだいカイネ。おばあちゃんは
話が終わったんならその臭い口でもう二度と喋れないように粉々に刻んでやるって言ってんだ。この野郎。おばあちゃんは絶対に言わない。生きていたって仕方ないなんて死んだって言わない。だから私はどれほど死にたくてもおばあちゃんの敵を討つまではずっとこの醜い体を晒して生きてきた。
God.
その時間がどれほど長く耐え難いものだったかお前にわかるか？はあ？
今朝猫を噛むというやつか。
あの攻撃は危ないよ。
Again?
今だ。
分かった。カイネ。
あやつ、あのまま死ぬつもりだ。今のあやつにとっては死が最も安らげる場所なのかもしれぬ。
白が決めちゃダメだ。死んだ方がいいなんて勝手に決めちゃダメだよ。どんな状況でもどんな状態でも人には生きる価値があるんだ。誰にだって明日が必要なはずだ。 カイネにだってヨナにだって。
その熱弁は本人に振るってやれ。
おばあちゃん、もういいよね。疲れちゃった。
カイネ、こっちだよ。諦めちゃダメだよ。生きるんだよ。絶対に諦めちゃダメだ。
まったく手間のかかる女だ。
捕ま。
And this is the beginning of ending E.
またあの夢を見た。抗いようのない苦痛と悲しみが襲う夢。私は何か大切なことを忘れている気がしていた。折れてしまった剣を見るたび、魔王との壮絶な戦いを思い出す。ヨナという少女を救ったあの日から3年。私はやるべきことを成し遂げたはず。なのになぜ私は泣いていたのか。あれから3年経った今もあの日の疑問に答えを出せずにいた。嫌な夢を見た。くそ。魔物を殺しに行くか。エミール。
All these names. Okay. So yeah, we get to actually play as Kaine for the final bit of ending E. Okay. Pretty nice. He doesn't dual wield though, so I don't know why. Either way. Oh, because one of her sword broke, right. Anyways. Continuing on. She also does not have bandages on for the first time in the game, I guess, if you really care. Their achievement, like NiER Automata, if I do something like, never mind, I cut that off.
魔物が潰れろ。魔物が増えているな。ヨナの村の方も見ておくか。
Where's this guy? I don't know how long that X was there, but it's been a little too long.
おいあんた危ないぞ。
自分の心配だけしていろ。
There's a big guy in the distance. I don't know if I'm supposed to face it.
ありがとう。助かったよ。
ここらは魔物が増えていて危ない。帰れ。
そうしたいが仕事があってね。神話の森の住民と連絡がつかないんだ。誰かが様子を見に行かないと。
その様子じゃ無理だろ。私が見てきてやる。
え、本当か？助かるよ。そうだ、これ。よかった。俺はここで待たせてもらうから、すまんがよろしく頼む。
I'm gonna use one of them just to might as well.
おい、誰かいないか。くそ。
Ooh.
機械どもがなぜこいつらが殺したのか。
They're like shade robot hybrids.
まだいるのか。次から次へと。なんでこんなところから機械ども。なんだここは。木の中にこんな場所が。
ようこそ人類の海へ。
ようこそ財閥の墓場へ。
なんだ。
君はレプリカント。
作られた存在。
個体名はカイネ。
誰だ。どこにいる。
This is reminding me of something.
急がないで。すぐに会える。
気味の悪い奴らだ。
これは植物を模した統合情報管理データベース。
記憶ユニットに現象を記録し伝達している。
ブツブツとわけのわからないこと。
I remember that
もちろん
voice or that
君の
likeness
情
of
報
a
も観測
voice.
されている。
君はゲシュタルト計画を阻んだ。
オリジナルゲシュタルトを殺したせいで行き場を失ったゲシュタルトたちが暴走。
大勢のレプリカントが犠牲になっている。
さっさと顔を見せろ。
急がなくてももうすぐ会える。
もうすぐ会える。
やあ、よく来てくれたね。
やあ、よくも来てくれたな。
私たちはこの君は元気だね。
これでは会話にならない。
では戦おう。僕の名前はシモネ。
私の名前はシモネ。
はあ、何を言っている。
私たちは
何なんだこいつら。
僕たちはずっと見ていた。
私たちはずっと聞いていた。
繰り返す器の物語を。
繰り返される世界の声を。
君は何を見せてくれる？
君の可能性を見せて。
楽しませて。
この野郎が。
君は本当に興味深いね。
君は本当に期待通りだね。
こっちに来て。君は強い。その強さをサンプリングさせてもらった。
君が旅をしていた頃、一番強かった時を再現した。
これが私だと。
The heck?
これは機械によって模した君の模型。
植物をベースにした微小な駆動ユニットをマソによって結合させている。
この森と同じ。
量子力学とマソ研究の成果が融合した巨大な記憶の森。
世界の全てを記録している森。
わけがわからないんだよ。
理解する必要はないの。
あなたは殺すことを愛しているから。そうでしょ。
脆いな。私はこんなにやわじゃないぞ。
君のコピーをいくら破壊しても無駄だよ。
破壊されても分解し再構成するから。
まだまだ楽しめるね。
いよいよ終わりだね。
うるせえんだよ。バラバラに解体して潰してやる。くそ。
そろそろ終わり？
そろそろ限界。残念だね。
くそったれが。
カイネさん、大丈夫ですか？
エミール。
はい。とりあえず。ご無事で何よりです。
あ
あの魔法陣に強い魔力を感じます。エネルギーの元になっているようです。あ
れを壊せばカイネさんたちも消えるはずです。
分かった。
僕が魔法陣を壊すのでカイネさんはカイネさんたちを壊してください。今のカイネさんを壊すっていうのは本物のカイネさんのことじゃなくて。
分かってる。集中しろ。
7号、人類に作られた魔法兵器。
6号の魔力を吸収し人類の限界を超えた存在。
誰なんですかあの人たちは。
犬のクソだ。
久しぶりですね、こうやって一緒に戦うの。
この感じ覚えがある。他にも誰かが一緒に戦っていた記憶が。
特殊な事象信号を観測。
彼女に得意点情報を確認。
興味深いね。
本当に彼女は興味深い。
カイネさん、やりました。あれは扉でしょうか。
は
失ったものはこの先にある。
君が取り戻す最後の希望が。
なんでしょうかここは。敵はいないみたいですが。
エミール、さっきは騒がしくて話せなかったが、あの後一体何があった？どこにいたんだ？それになんで腕が4本もあるんだ？
カイネさん、そんなにいっぱいは話しきれませんよ。
分かってる。心配したんだぞ。
カイネさん、でもまた会えました。
ああ、そうだな。
Holy wait, that's the Shadow Lord's castle place, right? Or something like it?
カイネさん、僕何か大切なことを忘れてるような気がするんです。
エミールもか？
カイネさんも。
ああ、なんだか知らないが頭の中にもやみたいなものがかかってて。
僕誰かと何かを約束したような気がするんです。何か美味しいものを食べるような。
じゃあ取り戻さないとな。
はい。
Wait. No, but close. Oh god, wait.
こ
Holy
の先
shit.
に膨大な魔力を感じます。
エミール、無茶なことはするな。絶対だ。
分かっています。カイネさんもですよ。もう一人にはなりたくありませんから。
ああ。この場所は魔王の城。
カイネさん、奥に強い魔力を感じます。
この場所は特別な場所。
あなたにとっても世界にとっても。
情報を保存している。この森の機関フレーム。
世界のすべて、君の失った記憶も存在する。
記憶という意味。
死んだ方がいいなんて勝手に決めちゃダメだよ。
この声、夢と同じ。
聞いたことがあるような。
これは君たちの記憶。
何度も繰り返し綴った記録。
カイネがいたからここまで来れたんだ。
これはくそ。
苦しい。
痛い？
耳障りなんだよ。口を閉じたろ。くそたれ壊れろ。
Oh wait. Oh. Okay. Maybe I'm getting a little too
なん
excited.
だここは。
But
エミール、
ここは君の記憶。
ここは君の記録。
ここは君の世界。
なん
giving
だこ
me
れ
an
は。
automata vibe.
君の奥
This
底
is automata vibe.
甘い記憶。
閉じられていた苦い記録。
魔物。
ゲシュタルト化された人間の魂。
これは記録によって再現されたデータ。
君が殺してきた本物の人類。君はこの世界にとって異分子。
記憶と記録の相違がエラーを起こす。
お前らの話すことはわけがわからないんだよ。この腐れ。悪趣味なことしやがって。
君は様々な声を聞いた。
恐怖、騒ぎ、激高、語録。
それらには意味がある。
うるさいうるさいうるさい。魔物は殺す。殺すだけだ。
君の記憶の一番深い場所。
君が閉じ込めていた記憶。
これは君の最悪の記憶。
前は。何度でも殺してやるよ。腐れ野郎が。
君の記憶から再現したデータをアップグレードした。
あなたにこの悪夢が倒せる。
うるさい。ギタギタに切り刻んでやるよ。やろう。
無駄だよ。もう止められない。
この悪夢からは逃げられない。
こいつをぶっ飛ばした時誰かがいたはずなんだ。くそ、なぜ思い出せない。胸くそ悪いもの見せやがって殺す。私はお前らなんかに。なんだ、魔力が集まっている。クソったれ、かかってこいこのくそ、体が。
忌まわしき娘は去れ。
おぞましい姿の魔物月め。
お前は呪われてるんだ。お前がいる限りこの村に平和など来ない。
うるさい。黙れ黙れ。くそ、このままじゃ。
Really, really. Oh my god. Okay. When Kaine's eyes flutter open, she see a dozen villager quizzically staring back. After a moment, she realized she collapsed on the ground where sharp stone dig at her flesh like. Whatever. That's not important right now. She pulls herself to the knee before rising on a steadily foot and sparing a glance at the surrounding. The fuck, she mother? What happened? Wasn't I just fighting shades? Her mind races as her hand gropes unconsciously for the blade that oh my god, that had been her constant companion for a very long time. Though she can't explain it, it's clear that she has somehow been transported into an entirely new world. Well, not entirely new. She recognizes the hawk-shaped weather vane twisting slowly in the wind above her, as well as a small round home with wisp of smoke drifting into the air. And of course, there is a villager currently staring at her with a mixture of fear and disgust. Oh yes, they are a familiar sight indeed. She is in the Aries. She's home. Something the matter, girl. Kaine spins around at the voice and sees a woman ravaged by time. Her narrow hips barely seem strong enough to hold her body upright, while a shawl wrapped around her thin frame appeared ready to fall apart at any moment. Grandma, is that you? Her grandma's eyes grows almost comically wide before blinking several times in succession. What's wrong, you fool girl? Is your head lost in dream? Dreams? Could this be a dream? But it feels so real. But she's dead. Grandma's dead. I watched that goddamn shade kill her. So if this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? Unless those shade killed me too. That must be it. I'm dead. I'm dead, and this is the... Oh, stop with that nonsense already. Kaine flinched as her grandmother raised a hand in the air, expecting pain to come as a cross for her foolishness. But instead of a blow, her grandmother simply placed her hand upon her granddaughter's cheek. A warmth of it instantly spread from her cheek to her face, before filling her entire body with that kind of beautiful light. What's wrong, girl? Asked grandmother. Are you upset? Do you want to go home? Kaine feels tears coming to her eyes and struggles to hold them back. Though she still has no idea what is happening, she knows one thing is certain. This is her grandmother. Sorry, Grandma. Not sure where my head was at there. Well, just make sure you keep it attached, her grandmother chuckled as she pulls her hand away. Maybe this is a dream, or maybe I'm already dead. I don't know. But either way, I'm not alone. As long as Grandma is with me, that's enough. Didn't I just tell you to stop spacing out, girl? Her grandmother said with a cackle. Here, now hold this. She hands Kaine a large sack filled to bursting into with all manner of fruit and vegetable. Damn, Grandma, this is a lot. Well, it's important to treat yourself every now and then. Besides, these villagers may hate us, but the bastard are more than willing to take our money. We'll lend support as we can, even if they have to hold their noses while we do it. Her grandmother trails off as if trying to remember something, then slowly turns around. Well, what do you know? It's in all the excitement, I forgot to buy my medicine. A thin smile wavered on her face for a moment before vanishing into a lifetime's worth of crevices and wrinkles, causing Kaine to take a concerned step forward. No, Grandma, that's fine. You go home and rest. I'll get the medicine. Her grandmother hesitated, clearly trying to weigh her own needs for rest against her granddaughter's odd behavior Her grandmother hesitated, clearly trying to weigh her own needs for rest against her granddaughter's own odd behavior of a moment before. Before she can start to argue, Kaine charges ahead, ignoring the small voices in her head that's telling her what a bad idea all of this is. Really, Grandma, it's fine. Go home. I got this. She pulls her grandmother's ancient wallet from her finger and an act that requires surprisingly amount of strength. Besides, you know how stubborn I am. Once my mind is set, there's no changing it. I wonder where you get that from. Seeing that further argument will be useless, the grandmother slowly turns and begins the long journey home. Kaine watches the figure recede from her vision, waiting for what seems an eternity to ensure everything is alright. Oh my god, I can't read. Once the frail shadow finally vanishes over the horizon, she turns on a heel and makes for the apothecary. Oh there, said the elderly apothecary as Kaine entered the store. Here's for Callie's medicine, are you? Though few villagers had ever bothered to learn her grandmother's name, she and the apothecary were old friends. Perhaps that was the reason he already showed her kindness when so many others did not. Yeah, if it's not a bother. The shopkeeper immediately set about his work, deftly pulling bottles and herbs from the shelves and mixing them with a practiced hand. Soon a particular smell begins to drift through the store, one that immediately reminded Kaine of her childhood. There you are, said the apothecary as he held out a small cloth bag. Sorry for the wait. Oh, and say, that's a fine portrait you drew of your grandmother. Looks just like her. So it does. Honestly, I've never seen Callie so over the moon about anything. She brags about it every time she stops by. You saw that? Says Kaine. Her eyes narrowing. Said portrait, quote unquote, was something she had whipped up one day after getting her hand on some crayons, and to call it rough would be an act of purest generosity. The idea her grandmother was displaying it around town makes Kaine's stomach want to sink down to her feet before slinking off into a hole somewhere. You bet I saw it, the police apothecary said. She brought it all the way here just to show me. My, but it's been a long time since I've seen something so wonderful. Kaine's mind begins to whirl. The picture was shit. She was sure it was shit, and yet the man's reaction displayed the exact opposite opinion. Is he just being nice to me? The apothecary, as if sensing her skepticism, doubles down. I could really tell you put your heart into it. It was simply wonderful. Thanks, offer Kane, who just wants the entire conversation to be over. She briefly considers how she's going to make her grandmother seize her little traveling art show, but then realized that that train has likely left the station. Shaking her head to banish her increasingly shrill thoughts, she grips the bag of medicine tightly and turns to leave. But just as she reaches the door, she hears a loud thud from somewhere back at the shop. Kaine turns around to see the apothecary crouching on the floor. Hey there, you okay? When the man does not reply, Kaine moves towards him. She assumes he just slipped on something, or perhaps he hit his head on one of the low-hanging shelves in the crowded shop. But the moment she draws close to him, he hears him begins to scream inside her mind. My leg, my leg, my leg, my leg, oh my god, where's my leg? Panicked, Kaine looked down and discovered that the man's leg is gone. Help me, screamed the voice in her head. Help me. As Kaine looked on in horror, the man's finger below begins to shimmer and vanish. He reaches out for her with his other hand, only to find that too it's no longer there. Soon his arm goes, then his legs, then the side of his face warble into existence, causing a stray eyeball to roll out of its socket and onto the floor. Said the voice, if it could even be called that anymore. I don't know what to say. Ill can. Or E can, I don't know. A moment later, that remains in a pitiful shopkeeper collapsed into a heap of ash, releasing a small puff into a suddenly silent air. As Kaine stumbles back in horror, she hears a cacophony of terrorizing up outside. Oh god, what's happening? My arms. Where are my arms? Why can't I see? Kaine burst out of the shop and find herself in a nightmare. Home slough over the Home slough off the side of the cliff, taking out pieces of scaffolding as they fall. Screams echoes out everywhere, creating an opera fit for hell. Villagers run in mad circles before exploding into dust, their clothing drifting this way and that as it floats untethering through the air. As she stares at the scene, wide-eyed, a single thought suddenly inserts itself into the forefront of her mind. Grandma. Kaine breaks into a run, the crumbling world around her suddenly forgotten. She leaps from one piece of falling debris to the next, using them as stepping stone to cross a world that is increasingly losing cohesion. As she continues her mad dash, flecks of ash are blown into her face, her mouth, her eyes. Ash, 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 building and people are reducing to so many cinder in the wind. Soon she arrives to her childhood home. It was once a place filled with precious memory, a place she regarded as an oasis of an increasingly mad world, but now it's nothing but a pile of ash. As she gapes unbelievably at a sight, a faint sound suddenly reaches her ear. Kaine. She's alive! Grandma's alive! With a speed born out of panic, she leaps into the giant pile and begins shoving it aside. It stings her eyes and burns her lungs as she continues on. Heedless of the danger, finally she pulls a small, blackened form out of the darkness. Come on, Grandma, she whispered. We're getting out of here. Without waiting for a response, Kaine gathered her grandmother in her arm and break into a mad run, hoping to escape the chaos. The wave of ash has become a tsunami, and before she can make it more than a few desperate steps, it reaches out with a cruel hand and overwhelms them. Kaine stumbles and falls, sending her and her grandma tumbling into the ashes. One glance at her feet is enough to reveal the culprit. Her right leg has vanished at a point just below the knee. Oh, it'll take more than that to stop me, muttered Kaine as she slings her grandmother over her shoulder and begins to crawl away. We're going to make it. We're going to live. As she crawls, her grandmother seems to grow lighter, as if trying to magically reduce the weight of her own burden. And as Kaine continues to struggle, she hears a small, soft voice enter her ear. Thank you, Kaine. Thank. As the voice stripped away, the last of the pile of ash that used to be her grandmother stripped away on the soft breeze. Kaine screams, an impossibly sad and lonely sound, and begins trying to pull the ash back to her. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. But the ashes are mingling with all the other detritus? I don't know. From the collapsed village, and soon she no longer can tell which particle belongs to who. Come on, come the fuck on already. As she continues to frantically digging, her hand suddenly closes around a piece of soft, ragged fabric, her grandmother's shawl. I knew this place was a lie. I knew it and I still couldn't do anything. I couldn't save anyone. I couldn't even escape. I just felt the peace in the place and I accepted it. I wanted it. That's why there was nothing here. No reason to live. No goal. No anything. So this is why I'm... Suddenly a new voice entered Kaine's world. After a moment the voice calls out again, louder, clearer. Him? Replied Kaine. Who is that you... Who are you talking about? So the voice immediately begins to grate on Kaine's nerve. There's something else as well, a kind of warmth, almost a familiarity. Said the voice, which causes something deep in Kaine's memory to surge forth. That's right, I had friends, and I was fighting to get one of them back. At this realization, a blinding radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world. Covering her eyes with one trembling hand, Kaine reaches for it.
どうした？まだ思い出せぬか？思い出に浸っている暇はないぞ。
あいつ取り戻す。
我の
Sorry, I need to get at least... Oh wait.
Mahou で奴を破壊するのだ。魔法の使い方はわかるな。派手にやってやれ。
言われなくてもクソをにしてやるよ。
我の力を使え。魔法で叩き落とすのだ。よし、叩き込んでやれ。
ぶっ潰す。しぶといやつだ。
次は仕留めるぞ。
なあ、シロ。
どうした？
ありがとう。
悪いものでも食べたのか？
ぶっ飛ばすぞ、クスッと吹き神。
その調子だ。おい、分かっておるのか、下着女。お前がやろうとしていることは。
知るか。私はもう決めたんだ。
そうか。また幻覚に惑わされるんじゃないぞ、下着女。
分かってる。もう迷わない。
気に畳みかけるぞ。
ああ、全部終わりにしてやる。
とどめだ。
これがレプリカントの可能性。
可能性の未来と現実の事実が隠してる。
Is that a JoJo reference?
戻っていけない。
うるさい、うるさい、うるさい。私は決めたんだ。誰の指図も受けない。私は刃になるって決めたんだ。お前の刃になるって決めたんだ。絶対に取り戻してみせる。ふざけんな。勝手に消えてどういうつもりなんだ。自分が生きてる意味は自分が決める。この命も私が勝手に使う。だからとっとと戻ってこい。この腐る野郎。
What if I click no? Oh! Let's go! My completion. If only I didn't skip this part, I really... That time is not right anymore. It's not 39 hours, 38 hours, whatever it was. Whoops.
私たちの旅は無意味だったのかもしれない。
僕たちの過去は間違いだったのかもしれない。
でも後戻りはしない。
たとえこの世界が終わるとしても、
ここは大切な人がいる世界だから。
Alright, that's ending E! And technically, well, not technically, it is I believe it's confirmed that this is the true ending to the game, as far as I know. I'm not getting into that. Now, there are bonus content, but I don't. It's just more or less like high difficulty grinding, similarly to the Mom's Diary, but like different. You don't get. I don't think you get any required thing. It's more so there for you to do whenever. But in terms of story, that's it. And holy god, did I record for too long for this ending. As of right now, I don't know how long the video is. As of right now, this recording is going on for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Is it worth it? Sure. Was it smart to do it in one sitting? Probably not. I should have taken a rest before going into the ending, not gonna lie. But yeah, that is NiER Replicant version 1.22. And I get my save back, so I guess now, because I have 2 different save, I can go between ending E and technically ending D. But yeah, I really don't know what to say at this point. This is my 3rd credit roll, so of the day, so I should just let the credit roll. But honestly, I don't really. I kind of wanna. I don't know how to edit any of these going up. Like, I know how to edit ending C and D quite a bit. Ending B is the confusing part, and ending E is easy. And so like, I guess I'm off to edit everything. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for Y and just gonna have Yoko Taro there on screen. And I'm just gonna... Dude, I fucking love NiER. I don't know. And I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna take like a break from recording for a bit. After editing, I'm gonna start that break. And I might consider playing NiER Automata. I also have that game on my computer. So, even though it's not the best port. So, I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna deal with NiER Automata's soundtrack, because like, if I had trouble with some of the copyrighted songs from Replicant, I'm gonna have more trouble with Automata. So maybe I'll just forget about the whole part about the copyright stuff and music in Automata get playthrough and just like play through it because I love the game. Who knows? But yeah. I'm just gonna stay quiet until Y comes up. Yoko Taro? I don't know. But yeah, Yoko Taro. Creative director. I don't know what I was gonna do there, honestly. Visit that woman's house to acquire a new weapon. Oh, yo, the best one so far.